Time is now 7 o'clock. I'd like to call the special board of select meeting to order for June 30th and ask you please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Lori.
Item C is a little more in depth because it has the regular meetings and special board select meeting from 5/27, 5/29, 6/3, 6/11, 6/18. Should be in your packet.
I make a motion that we accept the Board of Selectmen, Special Board of Selectmen meetings 5/27, 5/29, 6/3, 6/11, and 6/18 because I read it and I didn't see any problems.
I just say on June 3rd, under the list of reductions, towards the end, we got recreation marketing in there twice. One has to come out. And down below that, in the fund balance deductions, under new highway truck, that should be 45,000, not 20.
That's the used one, isn't it? Oh, no, you're right, 45.
New highway should be 45. And then in adjournment, it was Kevin that made the second, not Peggy. And I went back to the video again.
Okay.
Yep.
And I think that was it.
And everything else is okay?
Yep, and with those corrections, I'll second that.
That was on the 6/3 date?
6:30.
Okay. Motion's been made and with adjustments to 6/3, seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Public comment. Anybody here from the public wish to speak? Okay. We do not have any old business. Item 1 for new business. Consider an act on tax refunds as requested by the tax collector of $149.40. First one is VW Credit Leasing Ltd. for $124.71. Zygmunt Sloboda is $24.69, grand total $149.40.
Make a motion to approve the tax refunds in the amount of $149.40.
And I'll second it.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item 2, discuss an act on appointment to the Ethics Commission for the term starting from 1/6/25 to 1/2/29. So the letter is in your packet from Mary Landry from writing interest in serving the Board of Ethics. I'm aware of the opening for as a Republican. Would like to be considered for fill-in position. I've read the town code of ethics documents, understand what is required. Thank you for the consideration, Mary Landry.
I want to make a motion that we approve her. I've known her for 30 years. I've always known her to be an upstanding and honest citizen.
I'm going to abstain, and there's a reason why I abstain. I had hired your son to do work at our property.
I respect that. Okay.
We have no second. And a motion but no second. That motion then fails. Any other motions? Okay, hearing none. Okay, item 3, discuss an act on appointment to fill a vacancy for the Economic Development Committee for the terms starting 1/1/24 to 1/1/29. So Jamie Hart had put a letter in saying that I'm a registered Republican and would like to be thought of to fill a vacancy, Economic Development Commission. Thank you, Jamie Hart.
Again, I'll make a motion for Jamie Hart to be on the Economic Development Commission. I've known her for a long time as well. I think she'll do a great job. I don't think we have enough people to be denying people for these.
I'll second that.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item 4, discuss an act on appointment to fill a vacancy at the Zoning Board of Appeals. just came in late this afternoon, but I'm interested in getting more involved in town politics. Recently, a position opened up in a few spots. I'm a registered Republican. I feel I would like to make a good fit with this committee. I would like to make it known that I'm interested in the zoning board of appeals, and that was Laura Dansick.
Make a motion to put Laura Dansick on the zoning board of appeals, fill the vacancy.
I'll second it.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item 5, discuss an act on the purchase of replacement police vehicle. It's actually in your line of transfers. You will see that the police chief had posted information on the bottom of the page. There's a 2-pager there. He's looking to do the $7,000 transfer to replacement. So this is for the materials needed to the guards, screens, and all that. So we had a vehicle that was totaled. For those who were not aware, there was a night where there was an accident on the highway. The police vehicle was blocking the exit area in some fashion, and the car just carried right into a total vehicle. So we finally found a replacement for $48,000. I think the issue here is more of the consideration of the replacement vehicle to be approved for the $48,000.
Karma's already
Yeah.
given the town $48,000 for it.
Yep, we just do the,
So she's just line item transferring from the police salaries the outfitting of the vehicle, correct?
Yep.
I make a motion we accept the replacement police vehicle as stated.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Item 6 is a two-parter because it's discussing act on proposed line item transfers. The first one is again from the chief, talking about his requests, putting from police salaries, $7,000 to dispatcher salaries, $9,000 from police salaries to police overtime, $12,500 from police salaries to computers, $6,000 from police salaries to vehicles. That's for fuel, tires, and events, and then $7,000, as we discussed, for replacement of the equipment needed for the outfitting of the new vehicle, $2,000 from custodian to supplies, and $1,500 from holiday to training.
That's a total of 45,000, right? I believe.
Good.
That's what I figured.
What, can I do two separate ones, or do them all
Yeah,
together?
no, if you want to.
Up to you.
That's fine.
I'd rather do them separately.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the line item transfers for the police department in the amount of $45,000.
And I'll second it.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Second part of that is a list that you see in front of you. Telephone, we need to do an increase of $7,200, postage $4,000, probate 25 cents, contingency $5,500, U.S. flags $5,500. I'm sorry, 300. Sorry, the wrong line there. Engineering firm $19,002, inland wetlands $300, Meals on Wheels $10, Memorial Day $100, town buildings $900, truck lease $890, unemployment $15,000, payroll $2,000. Now they're taking from the other lines that you see. Health insurance $55,425, assistant rec $4,000. Oh, there are some other ones there. Yeah, some changes $4,000 that they're needing to increase. I'll finish off with the increases. $900 for senior expense, $850 for pool contract, registrar voters $400, electricity $2,500, contract services $2,000, bituminous $200, supplies $100. Grand total there is $66,250. And again, the health insurance is for $55,425, $4,000 assistant rec, department head $900, rec coordinator $850, registrar supplies $400, refuse disposal $2,500, the sand and gravel $2,000, overtime for highway $200, and what's in there, toys, isn't it?
Yeah, I was in the.
Yeah, so that last line is
Okay.
crossed off. Again, grand total there is $66,250.
Where's it being crossed out?
The last, very last line, because it's duplicated.
Where's it coming from? Where's the
Sorry,
supplies
yeah.
coming from then? Increase in
Well,
supplies.
you don't have your I don't have it with me either. You see the number there is associate 10-620124. That's the department.
Right? Yeah, but where's it coming from then? That 10,
You have a grand total of, don't they match?
no,
No, they don't, that's
They're
what.
off $100?
yes.
Page 105.
They match if you didn't cross that 100 off.
Yeah, but
Then they
that's-
match for
that's-
66,350 then.
Yeah, but that's in there twice.
If you added
All those up?
all these, it comes up to 66,350. Add all these, it comes up to 66,350. Same thing.
How did you get 100 off, 100 additional off of that one? We didn't cross anything off of that one.
No, this one's right now. You took the
Okay,
100
so
off,
if it's
that's
right,
right.
then it's 66.
But this is not. This is 350.
He's right.
The total of these here,
Mhm.
from 4,000 down, is 10,950.
Yep.
And then I added that to this.
Yeah.
These two, they all cancel out each other. Every one cancels out.
Except for this
So
one.
you got the same here, same here. So if you're taking away overtime highway here, you gotta take away supplies.
You are decreasing the current overtime highway by 200, right?
Yes.
Right. But it's also,
Oh, if you change that to 300, you're all set.
Yeah.
But then it still goes up to 350. It's
So
not
let's do
250.
that.
So if you put the first overtime highway, Peggy,
To 300?
at 300, the first
do
one.
they need 300?
Huh? No. In the decrease,
I know that, I get
taken
that,
away from.
I get that.
That'll cover the bituminous and the supplies.
Right, and
So your
and I
increase-
get that, you're just adding extra $100
To
to
the
the
overtime
highway
highway.
department for, because it doesn't come out right?
I mean, even the way it is, it's fine. You're just taking an additional 100
Yeah, that's right.
if you didn't scratch.
So let's not stretch it.
So you just have to change the 66.
66, 350, 25.
Okay.
That number was wrong at the bottom then. Are you saying?
So, yes, so I'll make a motion to accept the line item transfers. Actually, we gotta send these to Board of Finance,
Right.
Mhm.
and send it to the Board of Finance, in the amount of 66,350.25.
All right, made the motion. I'll second it. Any other discussion?
I'm not a fan of crossing off numbers, so.
Well, we kinda did. You leave that last 100 in.
But it's in there twice.
Except you just have to,
The proper total at the bottom was 66, 350, 25.
that's what we voted, or voting on.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Opposed?
Okay, motion carries. Item number 7, discuss and act on proposed bid for installation of auditorium upgrades. As you know, we did in one of our previous meetings, go to RFP for the upgrades for the auditorium. One bidder came in. You'll see in your packet there, it is actually RFP, and it's also Valley Communication Systems came back with a bid for, is there number 34?
34,193.97.
Of which we're using low SIP monies for to complete the whole project. The only part that this has a impact is the fact that we can't get the scissor lift up here yet because we don't have a ramp. But once that occurs, then they can start to work.
So is there a time thing when we vote on something for when it needs to be done, or can you just vote on it and do it whenever?
We'll be doing it as soon as the ramp is available.
There's no time frame, is what.
Correct.
And it says we're responsible for patching and painting after they're done?
Which we have all the proper stuff to do.
Okay, and do we have someone that's gonna be on site to, be project manager? Because it requires that.
Well, they have the person who will be there monitoring it.
Right, but they also say that we need someone on site for a
Well,
project manager.
we have a couple of people who will be building inspector, who will
Yeah.
also be able to help and support for that.
What about the,
And
technology
also,
part of
Ron.
it? Ron knows about tech, that he can do the technology part of
Well,
it?
they're not gonna leave us unless it's all up and working.
I'm worried about a phone situation with this. Is what-
The what?
Our phone system, how it ended up, I don't want this to end up like that.
The total cost, you mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't want them coming in and saying, you need this, here's my quote, but
Nope.
now you need this, that, and the other thing.
Correct.
They actually said what we have to provide for the laptop or
Mhm.
for the piece, whatever it is. Yeah, I think
You're
so.
quite in-depth, but that doesn't, none of us are
Well, that's your
IT.
connectivity, right?
Right, and none of us are IT people, like we're not phone people.
Mhm.
So that being said, I just want to make sure that we don't end up in another situation like that with our phone situation versus, this is badly needed. And I totally agree with it, I just want to make sure that we are aware of what our side of this is.
Well, what is your pleasure at this point?
I'll make a motion to accept the proposed bid for the installation of the auditorium upgrades in the amount of $34,193.97.
And I'll second it.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
We don't have anything on other. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
We have something in our packet for Deep.
Yeah, it was a letter that was written by a resident, so it's communications.
That as well as, but it's another where you intervened.
This one.
Oh, the intervener?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me, I can give you a little upgrade on update on what's going on. The state, well, we contacted our attorney, who wrote the intervener letter for us. We have been working also with NECOG, who would also write a letter to the siting council. I'm also working with Last Green Valley, who will be writing a letter to the siting council. I have written a letter already to the siting council, which was received today. So we would like to go forward with all of that, and that's the draft that he gave. We also have an availability for members of the public to sign a petition, our petition, to be able to be speakers for that event. There's 2 meetings, one will be at the state, one will be here in town. They do them along with electronic.
So the application has been filed right now?
Yep.
Okay.
No, yeah, our letters have been filed.
Our letters have been filed in opposition?
Yep.
There's still no application to the siting council?
Correct.
Okay, because it says application numbers.
Right. When they come up, those are cited already as those will be the applications.
They reached out for permits for air quality.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. So where will those notifications be put that, so people can sign up to speak?
As soon as it comes available on the siting council, then I'll put something up on the town website.
Okay, and for the town part, you said there was going to be 2 places for people to speak.
One would be the state of Connecticut, where they do the siting council hearings.
Yep.
The other would be here. Most of those nowadays are hybrids. You can either show up in person or you can go on the video.
Okay,
But that information will be put up on the town website.
all right. Will you be putting something up on Facebook, just letting everybody know that it's on the website?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So this is actually the letter the
Yes.
lawyers
Draft.
drafted on our behalf?
Correct.
Okay.
And there's another one from a citizen that, in communication.
That one I read already.
Mhm.
This one I read.
Okay?
Yeah.
Anything else? Hearing none, entertain a motion to adjourn.
I already
We did our.
moved.
And I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
718. We have WPCA. You are ready? Okay, I'd like to call this WPCA Special Water Pollution Control Authority meeting to order for June 30th. Time is now 7:19. Roll call.
All right, Kevin.
Kevin Cunningham.
Peggy Gordon.
Item C, to approve the minutes of WPCA meeting May 29th. I did put another one in there with your packet if you so choose to include that in your motion, because I didn't realize we also have a June 3rd.
Yeah, this is a special meeting,
Yes.
Yep.
so we can't.
Can't add that on, but you have it for the next time. So what's your pleasure on May 29th?
I have one correction.
Mm-hmm.
There should be a C to approve the meeting minutes from 27 January 25 in there. I made the motion and Peggy seconded.
What was that date, Art?
It's 27 January 25.
Oh, for the motion to approve minutes?
Yeah, it should have been item C.
Got it. instead of going into right into public comment.
right?
Gotcha.
You say,
And
that did do it.
you made the motion and Peggy
I made the
seconded.
motion, Peggy seconded. And with that, I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes for May 29th, 2025.
And I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Public comment, anybody here for WPCA public comment? Item E, old business, discuss and act on request for refunds or to accept credits towards future sewer and property taxes in lieu of immediate cash reimbursement for 58 Smith. I believe I just gave you tonight. The person who requested this is not here, but I will explain. We had an issue on 58 Smith, and that was all discussed in previous meetings. This property owner wanted to know if we're also willing to pay for Fort and Sons camera work that was set up before. You see the date on there, 7/23/24. They'd like to know if the town could help to pay for or part of, or at least discuss the issue with paying for Fort and Sons doing the camera work.
I think we should pay for it, considering that it wasn't clearly stated that, they were told there was hooked up to the sewer, and they found out after, what, how many years? 10 years? It was a long time.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was way a long time. They found out that they weren't hooked up, that they actually had a septic. The only way they found out, and they were paying septic bills and everything too. So the only way they found out was through this system. So
20 years.
it was 20 years? Okay. I knew it was a long time. My memory failed me on how long. But for 20 years, these people paid sewer taxes and all that. And the only way they found out was by having LaPorte and Sons come and do the snake. And I've had that done a lot of times on a lot of properties. Down the Ramsdale, we had to have the same thing. And I think we should reimburse them, not for the back taxes, but for the part where they found out that they have a sewer, and they're not hooked up to the public sewer. So I make a motion, we pay $721.16 for the Smith property.
I'll second that.
What was that amount, I'm sorry?
7/21/16. Art, you made a second to that motion?
Yeah.
Okay, motion's been made in a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item F, number 1, discuss and approve Connecticut sludge disposal extension. Where is it? Oh, you got it.
It's
Okay.
in there somewhere.
It's in there somewhere.
It's in there. I moved it around, sorry.
Got it. So all we're looking for at this point is the request to do the extension, and this is something that is suggested by Stephanie. We just have to do it formally on paper by saying we approve it.
Make a motion to approve the Connecticut sludge disposal extension.
And I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item 2, discuss and act on the line item transfers for sewer. And so it was Becky, Kelly, and Stephanie went over the issues that were they were short in and what they needed to be able to pull from in order to make it balance. There was an increase in cost for electricity of $25,400, increase for repairs because of the transmission to a vehicle, lab expenses, control for aeration, tank broke, so it was an $1,850 bill, and the materials, they were 1 week short of chemicals that removes phosphorus from the wastewater and kills E. coli bacteria with a polymer for the watering solids, $16,100, and there was a landfill increase in cost for $26,000. And then permits, an increase of $1,574 for $73,124. They are going to be able to take that from 2 lines, one from salaries for $23,124, and overtime, which is $50,000.
So we over budgeted WPCA by $73,000.
I gotta talk about that.
Okay,
We can over budget. You saw the things that were broken and had to be fixed. I don't like that phrase,
okay,
we
so,
over
okay,
budgeted.
then explain it.
I did.
They're taking it out of the budget.
Okay, at the end of the year, there's $73,000 extra dollars, am I correct?
Correct. We had an employee who didn't last that long.
That's all I needed.
Okay.
That's all I needed as to why you had $73,000 left at the end.
But you're making it sound as if.
I didn't, I just said we had $73,000 extra.
You said-
Why is that?
You said over budget.
I said, did we over budget?
No.
Okay. And you said no, because it was an employee. That is what I was asking.
Have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the line item transfers in the amount of $73,124.
Second? I'll second that. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Mine is no.
Item 3, discuss and act on sewer at 1 to 3 Putnam Road. There's an action there for that. Oh, 1 3 Putnam Road, property of 1 3 is asked to have a sewer adjusted. Stephanie did an inspection and confirmed the property is vacant and all toilets are removed. There are 3 charges for sewer uses. The owner is aware that yearly inspection will be done. You have an attachment of those 3.
The yearly inspections done by who?
The sewer department.
Because I saw that was the reason that it took so long, is because the inspection wasn't done. They're close to 11 years now, right?
Most they can go back is 3 years based on the state statute.
Right. I make a motion to discontinue the sewer use at 1 3 Putnam Road.
And I'll second it.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
No other items? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 7:27.